my video. I love my queen. She's my everything. Smile for her.
It's not right. She does not bother anybody.
Missing since Saturday evening, 37-year-old Shakeira Rucker was last seen with her estranged husband, 51-year-old Corey Hill.
We have no leads from the police department, and we just want someone to just come out and help, give us something, call in.
The family worried, but holding on to hope.
Even though we can't find her right now, there's still a possibility. So we are still staying strong and having faith and hoping that she's alive and we just find her. She's just waiting. But it's hard. It's hard not knowing nothing, not knowing where to start. It's hard.
When you think of a man of God, most people will believe that person is striving to live an honest and faithful life to serve Christ. Now, no one is perfect, but a man of God is going to do his best to be about the Lord's business, right? Well, a man in Florida, 51-year-old Corey Hill, will call himself ambassador for his service in the church and the life he led in Christ. Corey is a husband and father, and he calls his wife, Shakeira Rucker, his queen ambassador. Their life as a blended family seemed to be a beautiful thing from the outside looking in. However, some demons that he buried for years would soon be dug up, leaving the kids and family members devastated by what he alleged to have done and his dark past. 37-year-old Shakeira Rucker is a mother of 4 children, 2 boys and 2 girls. They live in Winter Springs, Florida, where Shakeira led a low-key lifestyle. If she was not working, she loved spending time with her kids and going to church. As for Shakeira and Corey, they have not been married that long, and at some point their relationship became strained, so the two were living in separate homes. As of November 2023, Corey was living in Mount Dora, Florida, about 45 minutes northwest of Shakeira, but strangely, on November 9th, Corey would update his profile and cover photo on Facebook with 2 different pictures of them. He would caption the pictures, Mr. and Mrs. Hill, and the wind under my wings, my strawberry drop, my rib, my queen, Ambassador Corey, and Ambassador Kira. However, in a strange turn of events, just 2 days later, on November 11th, it was said that Shakeira and Corey left her Winter Springs home to go get food for the kids. It was around 7:30 p.m., and the mother of 4 has not been seen since. On Sunday, November 12th, when Shakeira could not be reached and never came back to the house, the family filed a missing persons report. On that same Sunday, around 10:20 a.m., the Orange County Sheriff's deputies would respond to a call for a shooting. They would arrive at the home on the 7200 block of Holly Creek Road and make contact with a woman by the name of Angel Milligan and a man by the name of Christopher. Angel said that she was at home with her 2 sons and her cousin Christopher, and at the time of the shooting, her and Christopher were standing outside of the home. They were in the front yard, directly in front of the front door to the house, and the children were inside. She looked down the street and she identified a vehicle creeping that belonged to Corey Hill, who was the ex-boyfriend of hers for 2 months. Angel said she was able to recognize his vehicle because it had the ambassador sign on the outside of it. The vehicle would approach the front of her house, and Corey got out the vehicle holding a small black handgun. That is when Angel and Christopher began to run towards the front door in an attempt to enter the house. Corey would immediately begin shooting. According to Angel, that's when she heard what she believed to be a couple of bullets fly close past her face. Upon Angela making it inside the home, Angela ran and hid in the restroom while Christopher grabbed the kids and took them to another room. It was at this point Corey broke into the kitchen window and entered the home. Now, once in the home, at this time, Angela and Christopher would say, Corey began calling out for the kids. He was saying to them, "Take me to your mommy." Christopher then reported that Corey kicked down the bedroom door that he was in and made contact with him, and he still had that handgun holding it to his side. Now, it is unknown what Corey did after that, but he didn't end up shooting Christopher or Angel, thank God. But the report did state Angel confirmed she had a previous relationship with Corey, and they lived in the same home together with her children for approximately 2 months as boyfriend and girlfriend. Angel would make it clear that they're currently not together and they don't share any kids. She stated that Corey knows her routine and he knows when she's at home with her children, and Corey knows that it's normal for her to be sitting in that same area with her children by the front room door. Angela advised that she called a female who was later identified as Corey's wife in the past, and that's when he became upset and told her that she will regret it. Angel believes that Corey wanted to unalive her and is afraid that she and her family aren't safe. When Angel spoke with the news, she stated that she broke things off with Corey after she found out he was married, so allegedly Corey must have been cheating. Detectives will note that there were 4 bullet holes observed in the front door of Angel's house, and the casings were found outside of the front door. There was said to be bullet holes located in the back wall where a desk and a computer was, and bullet hole observed on the side of the wall in the living room area where the children were sitting at the time of the shooting. There was also video surveillance of Corey running up to the home with a firearm, and video surveillance showing him kicking in the kitchen window entering the home. Based on the statement and evidence and the details surrounding the incident, it's believed that Corey did all of this with malice intent to commit an offense of attempted unaliving first degree premeditated against Angela and Christopher, plus attempted second degree unaliving against the 2 children, who he knew or should have known were also inside the home. That led detectives to believe there is a concern for safety for Angela or anyone else in Corey's presence due to his obvious malice intent to cause harm. So this alleged man of God was arrested on Sunday, and now he's in jail with no bond on the attempted unaliving charges. However, on the outside, while Corey has been sitting in the jail, his wife, Shakeira Rucker, is still missing.
Friends and family, your children, to do what is right. Father, to do what you see happen, that your will will be done in all this. But Father God, we ask most of all for peace for Mom, for peace for the family, Lord, for her, that she would have peace. Father, if there is a chance, if she's okay, Father, let her know that her family loves her and they're trying to find her. Father, if she's with you, we just ask, Lord, that you help us be at peace with that too. But Father, help us to seek justice in a way that should be done your way, in your will. In your precious Son's name we pray.
Amen.
With what happened Sunday, it has her family more terrified about where she is. Criminal investigators from Winter Springs will go down to try to talk to Corey in the Orange County Jail. When they introduced themselves to him as the investigators from Winter Springs, he refused to even talk to them, which led detectives to believe that he is a person of interest in the case of his missing wife, to gather any evidence to help find her. The police will not say if they have searched Corey's house, car, phone, and so on to protect their investigation at this point. Of course, the family is very upset, as they should be, because they trusted Corey and will learn some shocking news about him that makes this matter more scary. See, Corey is no stranger to the law. In 1993, more than 30 years ago, Corey was charged with second-degree unaliving. It was 2 days before Christmas, on December 23, 1992. Corey took the life of an 18-year-old man in Suffolk, Virginia, according to court records. The Virginia Daily Press reported at the time that Corey, then 20, shot and unalived a man who he thought stole his vehicle, a 1988 Ford Tempo, with his daughter still inside, weeks earlier. Corey went to the teen's home around 7 a.m. in the morning and shot him several times after an argument. The jury would convict Corey of second-degree unaliving the next year, and he was sentenced to 20 years in prison. He would serve his time, and once he was released, Corey has also been to court 3 times for assault and battery. This conviction was news to the Rucker family. And Shakeira's sister said, "He has a history we never knew. He was supposed to be a man of God in the church. We never knew. I mean, if you look through Corey's social media, he seems to be a doting father, a loving husband, and focused on being about the Bible business. But that's why you can't let social media fool you, because the devil hides in sheep clothing on there too. I could only imagine the family's thoughts knowing he had taken a life in the past and Shakeira is now missing. Trying to remain optimistic, the family is hoping for the best, saying, even though we can't find her right now, there's still a possibility. So we're still staying strong and having faith, hoping she's alive and we can find her, that she's just waiting. Shakeira's brother will send a plea to Corey on Facebook saying, Corey Hill, look, you need to open up your mouth and talk. We did nothing to you as her family. Like you really sit down at Kobe's all quiet and everything for my mom's birthday as we invited you. Treated your kids out to places when I took my nieces and nephews, and this is the thanks we get? Then lie to me when I called you to ask you about her. Having you go with me to the hospital, praying with people. I forgave you because one thing about me, I'm for real about my father, and I'm not going to play with him. So Corey, please, if you see this text, just like you felt as if you could come to me, out of all my brothers and sisters, come to me as a man of God and tell me where she's at. Because we was never nasty or anything to your kids. So why close your mouth, open up, and ask God for forgiveness? This is so true. This is a lot to unfold because this man is obviously a loose cannon. And I believe that he moved to Florida from Virginia so that he could just find victims to prey upon who didn't know him. It seems he was a cheater with multiple women, allegedly. And there were even other women claiming he was in their DMs all the time. Just weird. So his intentions didn't seem pure from the beginning. This also shows the sad part about the justice system. There's no reform. People were just locked up behind cages for years with no help. Then they let you out, and most of the time, people reoffend. All the system did was push the time out for them to strike again, whether it be 5, 10, 15, 20 years later, or whatever. Not in all cases, but for a lot, this is the case. It's very sad that people will hide behind God to try and cover their misdeeds. I truly hope that by some miracle she is found alive, but sadly it does not look good, especially since he tried to take out an ex the next morning, so it looks like he was just on a crash out mission. Do you feel though that he just hid her away and she's alive? Or do you feel there's something more sinister going on? Let me know. My thoughts and prayers are with the family as they search for answers and to sooner than later bring Shakeira home. So please comment your thoughts and prayers for this family in this difficult time, and hit that like button to share to make your people aware. And as always, remember to stay woke. Things change quickly.